What is it about the past that continues to haunt us? For some, it's an ex that still lives rent-free in their head, even though they haven't spoken in years. Others are haunted by childhood trauma that continues to affect their relationships as adults. And then there's the one that hurts the most, losing someone you loved and the memories that continue to keep you up at night. For our next love story, I want to hear about the time you lost someone you loved and the unexpected way their memory came back to haunt you. She was my first real love, my high school sweetheart. We were together for 4 years, and she was beautiful inside and out. I never thought anyone could love me the way she did. I was 18 when we met. I had just moved from Honduras to Queens, New York. I didn't know anyone and I was really shy. But when I saw her across the classroom, I knew I had to talk to her. I sat next to her and soon we were inseparable. We shared our first kiss in her bedroom. It was sweet and innocent, something out of a teen movie. I remember thinking, this is what it feels like to be in love. I never wanted that feeling to end. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. Her family moved to Indiana when we were seniors in high school. Long distance wasn't easy. We tried, but it just wasn't the same. 6 months after she moved, her dad called me to tell me that she had passed away in a car accident. I couldn't believe it. I was devastated. I felt like a part of me had been ripped away. I didn't want to eat or drink. I couldn't sleep. My parents were worried sick. They thought I was going to end up in a mental hospital if I didn't get over her soon. But how could I forget her? She was the love of my life. The pain of losing her never went away, no matter how many years passed. Fast forward to last year, I was living in Los Angeles working as a graphic designer. One day I got a call from an 800 number. The woman on the other end asked to speak to Carlos. When she told me it was regarding a time-sensitive matter, I knew something was wrong. It was probably the hospital calling to let me know that her parents were in an accident. I politely told the woman that she had the wrong number. I was about to hang up when she said, "Ma'am, are you sure? Are you by any chance Carlos Hernandez?" I hesitated. How did she know my full name? I asked her where she got it from. She told me that she was calling from a funeral home in Indiana and that they had a Carlos Hernandez listed as the next of kin on Maria Garcia's file. My blood ran cold. Maria was my high school sweetheart. Why would her file be at a funeral home in Indiana? I explained to the woman that I was not related to Maria, that I was just a friend. The woman on the phone insisted that I was listed as her fiancé on the death certificate. I was confused. I had never been engaged to Maria. I told the woman that she was mistaken. Then she dropped the bomb. She told me that Maria had passed away 2 weeks ago and that they needed to get in touch with her next of kin. But she had left no surviving family members. Her only next of kin was a Carlos Hernandez from California. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was engaged to be married to Maria. I flew to Indiana to attend her funeral. As I stood there looking into that casket, I couldn't believe that it was really her. She looked so peaceful. I couldn't help but wonder if she had ever thought about me. Had she ever wondered what happened to the boy she left behind? I don't know if she had. But I do know that I had never stopped thinking about her. Not one day had gone by that I didn't think about her. Losing her all those years ago had changed me. I had pushed everyone away. I had become a shell of my former self. I was so lost in my grief that I didn't realize that I had become a recluse. When I returned to LA, I threw myself back into my work. I was determined to make something of myself for Maria. I worked day and night, eating, sleeping, and breathing design. I didn't have time to think about my loss. I threw myself into my work, but it didn't take long for the memories to resurface. Every time I saw a couple holding hands, I thought of our first date. Every time I heard her favorite song, I broke down. I couldn't take it anymore. I needed to get away. So I booked a flight to San Francisco. Maybe being around new faces would help. Or maybe I was just running away from my pain. Either way, I needed a change. Being in a new city did help. I started going out again, meeting new people. I even started dating. But no matter where I went or who I dated, I could never forget Maria. No one could replace her. I was still in love with her all those years later. The unexpected call from the funeral home had brought all of this back to the surface, and now I was a mess. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button for more videos.